Hello ladies and gents, welcome back to another Pro Evolution Soccer 2020 tutorial with your host SpoonyPizzas. Today we're looking at how to beat Legend difficulty. So this is going to be quite in depth. So if I just dive into my general settings, you can see there, Legend 15 minutes. And we're playing against Burnley. Now I'm going to do one against a weak team, hopefully a defensive team, because a lot of people are struggling to break teams down. That's the most common question I sort of get asked. And then we'll be doing against a better team, you know, maybe a superior team, maybe. So yeah, that's what we're going to. But today we're just going to focus on playing against the team. Hopefully they're going to be defensive, although they are playing a 4-4-2, as you can see in the game plan. So first up, I would say get your tactics right. That's absolutely, the difference of getting the tactics right can be, game changing, I would say. So get your tactics right for starters. If it's not working after, I don't know, 5-10 minutes, change it as soon as you think, well, this is not working, that's not working. Look what the problems are, what sort of problems you're looking at. So I'm going to start off with this formation and I may change it. I'm going to look at some things where I'm playing deep defensive line. That might be quite risky against players like Barnes and Rodriguez, because they're quite big physical players, strong players. And if they can just play it into those front two edges of the penalty box, turn and shoot, you know what's going to happen. So I might look to say, well, actually they're not the quickest, so I can get rid of the deep defensive line. But I'm playing it just to show you that and see what happens during the game. I'm going to play all out defense, conservative. There we go. Counter-attack. So we'll see how that goes, and then this is exactly how I play it. I set my formation tactic, generally 4-5-1. If you've been watching my Manchester United season, this is just great. I can't see what the colours are, so I'm going to go with, that's got to be, let's try that. Why can't I see the kits? So if you've been watching my season, you'll notice that very quickly I'll be changing tactics on the fly, and I won't hesitate to change them like 3 or 4 minutes into the game. I'll see something and I go, well, that's not working, and that's what I'm going to point out to you today. I'll try and put some graphics in as well. So here we are, Chelsea against Burnley. So the first thing you notice is the stadium cam. I think this does actually help. So my camera settings are 0, 4 and 10. I would recommend trying to get used to it, because it just feels like the game slows down for you almost, and you can just pop it around. A lot of people say my gameplay is a lot slower sometimes, and that's probably because of the stadium cam. So you can literally see everything. So you can see my my controller on the screen as well, so that's going to help you with some inputs. And so what am I looking at here? What I'm looking at is looking at the Burnley lineup. Look at that. Look how they're sort of stopped in there. Now your fullbacks are really, really important to breaking a team down. Don't underestimate the power of your fullbacks for breaking these weaker teams down. And if your fullbacks get tired, make sure you got replacements. I would say it's more important than the strikers and midfielders. It's probably the most important position to have actual decent stamina. So now I'm just going to look for someone to make a move, and I should have scored there. Should have scored. So you'll probably notice that I keep attacking on the wings. Why is that? Because if I look at this, look at the central. If I try and play through the middle, it's going to be very, very difficult. I even looked at it and I was thinking, gee whiz, there's no way I can get past it through the middle here. Look, see, no chance. So I think you just got to assess what the AI is doing. So you can see they're blocking the middle. But you attack enough times down the wing, and then they'll start blocking the wing, and then they'll open the middle. So you do have to be flexible in your attacks, and you have to look what's going on around you. Come on, there we go. Okay, so I'm going to run down the wing. And that's another thing I do. See how I turned away from that player and then laid it back. And now it's starting to open up. And don't forget to keep switching sides. Side to side. Because it will open up eventually. There we go. Now I'm in. And I can cross it. Okay, he's cleared it, but it's going to come straight back at him. Again, waiting for the player run. Try and get the cross in. And you can sort of see the pattern that's just happening there. Just keep crossing. You know, you'll eventually work it and it'll all open up. Here we go. This could be it. Not quite. Not quite. On the counters, you just got to just try what I do here. There we go. Is just position my players to try and force them to kick it long. Let's go back to that so I can perhaps show you a little bit better. So, unfortunately, see, if you're playing dynamic wide in this camera here, you can't really see where the players are in some instances. Obviously, you can have the radar on, but yeah, you can see there that they can't play into midfield, and you can see that I've already got Aspilicueta. I think that's Aspilicueta. Challenging for the ball. So he's forced to let it back, and he could play it inside midfielder, but it's a bit of a risky pass, so he's just opted to knock it long. That makes it very, very easy to turn the ball over, apart from my player moved out of the way where that ball was going, which is just great. So applying secondary press while also under pressure. Again, just try and stop them passing it backwards if you can. If they switch sides, it's trouble for you. So here we go. And this is a problem with one of the that deep defensive line I was talking about in the tactics. It's allowing them to get their players forward and push up the field. And when you think how slow their strikers are, it's probably not the deep defensive line. I could probably turn it off. That was pretty poor. And you'll probably notice that I'm pretty blasé with my defending, and that's because I know how the AI works. So I knew what I tried to get the AI to do is just run towards my goal. I might seem daft. I tried to intercept it there, but I wasn't. If he turns and runs towards my goal, I'm under no illusion that I can get back and win it. Even with a 1-2 here, look how much of a head start he's got. As soon as he takes a touch, bang, I'm in there. So I know he's not going to be able to run great distances. But breaking down these weaker teams, literally just keep trying down the wings, keep probing. It will come. And then when you get a goal, that's when you need to be alert, because they may change their attacking strategy. A lot of people think, oh my god, it's scripting. But what we're actually seeing is the fact that they've changed the strategy and they're actually going to try and attack you, and you're probably not ready for it. Because you're just so used to constantly attacking like this. You can work it across. Great, have a shot. It doesn't really matter because the ball, when they're so defensive like this, again, just keep probing. If your players aren't moving where you want them to, just keep hold of the ball and just keep cycling it and keep moving it all the time. No, trying to go through the middle is just daft. Oh, here we go. Now we can go through the middle possibly. There we go. Opens up. Off the post. Oh my goodness. Punched onto the post. So, yeah, you might not think this... the dynamics of attacking constantly down the wings is interesting to you, but you know, you've got to do what's there on the plate. If you start playing down the wing, it starts opening up things through the middle. Sometimes, and here we go again. Watch how I'm switching players and trying to cover all their options. to force them to long ball. Use super cancel, win the ball back. Here we go again. Try and cut the options off. Long ball. That actually gave me the ball that time. Let's try this. Sometimes you might see a player run and you think, oh, maybe you might be able to get on the end of this, but there's no harm in trying. But you look at the pattern of the game, I'm like, well, I'm really happy with the way this game's going. There's no real threat from the opposition. I'm creating some really good chances. Now, if I wasn't creating good chances, I would look to change it. I'd be like, well, what could I improve? I'm happy with the setup in midfield. You know, they're getting good possession of the ball. They're not being marked. They're not too far up. See, if say I had two attacking midfielders, they would just get swallowed up by that midfielder theirs. So oh my god, what is going on? Okay, 0-0 at half time, but very unlucky to not score. But look at that, you know, complete domination, chances, decent chances as well. I should have finished at least one of them, you know. Certainly two really, really gilt-edged chances. But you can see I'm not worried about them getting in behind, honestly. If it was like someone really fast, like Mbappe, then yeah, you defend differently. But you defend based on the opponent you're facing. And I'm more than happy for them to try and run through my defence. Again, I'm really happy with my midfielder's positioning here. Just keep probing. Again, in the centre, it's just clogged. Completely clogged. So, again, just use the wings. Come on. Not quite. We're getting there. We're getting closer. Just keep persisting. I know it's frustrating and you could be tempted to just try long shots and stuff like that. Don't try the long shots. Just wait until you get a tap in. Well, not a tap in as such, but a decent chance where you feel like you could really score, because, you know, long shots go in once every blue moon. You know, I could bring on Giroud, because you can see, oh, it's poor, that they're sitting so far deep, you know, that a nice big target man like Giroud would be able to eat up some of the crosses, and that would change the type of cross that I would deliver probably. At the minute, I've gone for a sort of quite low ground passes and crosses. But yeah, you could definitely... oh, Emerson. Nice little nutmeg there by Callum Hudson-Odoi. Oh, he couldn't get the shot off. I tried and I tried. Another good chance. It's a lovely ball in. Unlucky. Okay, I'm going to make a sub there because now Emerson hasn't got pinpoint crossing, whereas Marcus Alonso has. There we go, pinpoint crossing. And you can, like I said, those fullback positions are really important to keep their stamina up. Aspilicueta's still got a bit of stamina. Abraham just starting to fade. Hudson-Odoi. Yeah, let's bring on Barkley for that attack midfield role. It's a good ball in. It's Alonso. Now you may have noticed that actually Burnley seem to have moved forward. They've pushed forward a little bit. That's the impression I'm getting anyway. Which is typical after I take off one of my... I would say he's quicker than Giroud Abraham. But sometimes you just need to force them back. Oh, that's a really poor pass. I think I got a block on that one. If not, then just managed to... When they do this, when they play into their striker, just make sure you just position yourself against their stronger foot like I did there. You can watch it back in slow-mo what I did with the controller. Just use the super cancel just to pull away. Make sure you don't get stuck to them though, otherwise they'll turn you really, really easily. You'll probably see that I moved away first and then I positioned myself. There they are again. So yeah, they've definitely gone more attacking. And that is really not what I wanted when I bring Giroud on, who's really quite slow. So we just have to, when that happens, you just have to kill the pace of the attacks a little bit. Just build a little bit slower. Especially with how sloppy the passing has been. I don't like how narrow my players are right now. So I'm going to change it. Everything felt a little bit narrow there in midfield, so open the support range. Hug the touchline. Still happy with the rest of the positionings of the players, but there you go, that's much better. And it's certainly going to help if you want to go down the wings. There's Giroud, that's Barkley. There we go. It took a 1-2 in the end, right through the middle after all that, you know, pressing on the wings. But Hug the touchline does open things up quite nicely. It's one of my favourite advanced instructions. Just the way it opens teams up in the middle, especially when they're really compact like this. But I just saw enough space there. It's a lovely little 1-2. And a lovely finish from Willian just to bend into the corner. So now we should definitely expect. So now in the bottom left hand corner, I don't know if you noticed that, but they've just gone to actually more attacking a strategy. So we're definitely going to see them push more members forward. You'll see the fullbacks go a little bit higher. They'll be playing on, if they're not attacking fullbacks, they'll be playing on the like halfway line. But everyone will get pushed forward a little bit. Almost in again. Drew should win that. There we go. Let's have a look where Drew's going. Come on, Drew. Give me something to aim for. Far post. See if I can head it down. Oh. Drew's in the middle. Let's go far post. Do a nice high one to the back post. Oh, that's too close to the goalkeeper. Oh no, what's the goalkeeper doing? And when it's like the last few minutes, don't do anything stupid. Like try to go for a goal. Just keep it in the corner, even if it's against a weak team. Because if they got that chance to get an equaliser, they probably will do. So just keep it in the corner if you have to, if you want to just see out the game. But in this game, I didn't have to change anything. So maybe I'll do a couple more of these. But let me know down in the comments if you like this style with the on-screen controller, and also my sort of commentary during the game of what I'm doing, what I'm looking for. Again, every game is different, so I could play like 5 or 6 games against Berlin or a different team, and every game is going to be different. I'll be looking for different things, so I'll do a few more of these anyway. Hopefully you enjoyed that, and if you did, don't forget to smash that like button, and if you haven't already done so, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Cheers guys, bye bye.